about the vaccines because I kind of think that maybe California's push to get everybody vaccinated, even though I think it might be a good thing, because we want to make people healthy and everything. But I feel like this is partially an agenda as well, right? Because we want to talk about people. We want to talk about a party that tries to get the most people and hold the most power, right? Which I personally think is the Democratic Party. So when you're talking about a governor of a state that's about to get recalled because everything has closed down and the economy has plummeted, the quickest way is to amply make vaccines available, do a solid push to get people vaccinated as much as possible, put up billboards, which are up, I know at least in LA, I don't know if it's in other places in California, to push vaccinations so you can get people back as quick as possible, so you can bring the economy back, so you can not get kicked out of power.
Nah, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
What about that says this is a bad plan?
Listen, here's the thing, right? Is it a good plan or a bad plan? It's a good plan. The question is what is the motive behind it, right? Now, granted, the end situation might be great because things are opening back up. But is the motive because things are opening back up and we want to get people healthy, or is the motive a crunch because somebody doesn't want to lose power, because somebody doesn't want to get recalled? That's the question. Of course, I think it's a good idea. I think, people being healthy and all of that stuff is great. But the question is could it, here's the question I have for you. Could it have happened sooner? Could vaccines
definitely could have happened sooner?
It
definitely could have happened sooner. But here's the thing. But how soon do we want this vaccine thing to go? It's already it's already been quick as shit, the development of the vaccine. So how quick do we want this process to hold in order to trust it as an American people? Yes, vaccines could have been more readily accessible. But I have to ask the question, because you posed the idea and you brought the idea to the table of is it better, or what's the motive behind, is it because you really care about people and you want to see people healthy and back to work and have the state and the country back to normal as fast as it can, or is this because you feel like there's a sense of pressure and you might have shit caving in on you as far as your position of power? My question and retaliation is, can it not be both, a tale of two cities?
It could be, but to me, it still speaks to the party, right?
Yeah, for sure. But my problem with this Republican shit is you niggas always feel like it has to be taken to the extreme. Like, why can't it be both? Like,
it can be both.
Can't I make people, but why can't I help people and want to help myself too? Like, I don't think y'all I don't get it. It. Like, if Republicans was in charge of this shit, how? Like, all right, go ahead.
It could be both. I think it could be both. But then I have to ask you. It begs the question of something that you asked a second ago: how quick is too quick, right? Because I'll bring this back. I'll bring this back to the vaccine, but I'm also going to tie in the stimulus as well that recently got pushed out. Something that happened way too late as well. This is something where I'm not going to say just Democrats. I will say Republicans as well. Both tried to push different agendas to get this going, which held things up. Vaccines and funding for people to survive. So the question that I ask is, if we're saying could it have happened sooner? Yes, it could have happened sooner. I think it should have happened sooner. And then you said, okay, well, what about it being safe and effective? Here's the truth of the matter. With it being safe and effective, they already knew, because they've been testing mRNA vaccines since 1993, and they've been testing it in people since the early 2000s. So with that said, they already know that immediately it's safe, right? There was no question about that. The question is, in 20 years, is it going to be safe? And we still don't know that answer, and we won't know that answer. So if you finna get the vaccine and that's what you trust, you got to just dive in. If you ain't finna get the vaccine, like myself, I'm not finna get the vaccine, then you don't do it. But if you say how quick should it have been for health, immediate. As soon as they have it. If that's what we want to do, if we want to help. You see what I'm saying? In my point of view, you know, that's my point of view. If we want it to go as quickly as possible, then as soon as you have it, let's put it out there. And we had in California had access to the vaccine before and just didn't put the push behind it, didn't put the foot behind it, and decided to shut the country, shut the state down because we have state mandates, and decimated the economy. I don't think it was a good move.
So to kind of piggyback off of that, but then I feel like it's not necessarily all that like Davey, you know. I feel like it's more there was a plan in place and rollout for the vaccines and the vaccinations. It was a slow drawn out plan, but it was a plan to start off with who were the most people that had the most serious, you know, health conditions that were more likely to like die from it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and when the Democrats took office and everything, Biden overpromised and said that he was definitely going to have X amount of everybody of Americans vaccinated by, you know, I think it's his first 100 days or something like that.
I think that's
And so now that takes that rollout and accelerates it. And yeah, it's going to start in democratic states like California and everything, that they're just going to be like, all right, boom, open it to anybody. Now anybody could come get it, you know? And like other states have been semi-open already. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody in California is itching to get back to some type of normalcy. So they're gonna run and go grab it. So I feel like that's why they're like leading the pack right now.
Got it.
And that's where the big push is. And of course the stimulus comes into play with holding office and holding up everything, because, you know, it's like, hey, we hold power and we need to sign this into effect, but for us to sign this into effect, y'all gotta play by our rules a little bit. So, you know, it's like a little give and take, and it's like that anytime the offices switch power.
Yeah, you know, in my opinion, I think that something so severe such as a need, right, like a financial need for people or for unemployment not to stop, I don't think that should have went through our legislative process. I think that should have just been an executive order every time. I don't think that should have went through the rigmarole of negotiation. People are negotiating people's lives. Our officials are negotiating with people's lives.
I agree and disagree at the same time. I agree with the sentiment. It shouldn't, like, it should be some type of executive decision, like, boom, people need money, they need shit, like, I'm finna just sign this into effect and boom, it's finna happen. Like, yeah, like morally, yes, that's right. But you have to hold that person in power to that moral standard, to not just overdo and over, you know, to where it will hurt more than it might help. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you have to have a system that has to oversee it and be like, wait a minute. Let's think about this real fast. And if we do this, where is everything finna go? Because you can't be irrational. If that was the case, Trump would have been signing hella shit and just sending hella shit everywhere.
Just so you can stay in
office. You know
office.
what I mean? Just to do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel that. Yeah, no, that should, in my opinion, there should definitely be that we should have a stipulation in our legislative process that says in situations where we consider them emergencies, you cannot pork barrel, like, continue to put on extra bills and ear tag extra bills and extra initiatives to what I would say what is emergency funding or something like that. We should be able to have those extra things.
And in the future, that may exist. But previous to the COVID and this global pandemic, there hasn't been nothing like this, like, documented in the modern times to where there was a law written in place for it. So, you know, we didn't foresee something like this completely happening to where the entire nation gets shut down, and all these countries around the fucking world are
Right.
affected as well. You know what I mean? Like, if we
Yeah,
would
but
have foreseen that, I'm sure that there could have been something written in place for that already. But like,
what I'll say is, even with our regular legislative process, man, even regular bills that come through for this country's, just well-being, when we pass things, it's those type of negotiations all the time. Lobbyists, push their agendas, whether it's Democrat or Republican, and then these. I mean, just because I know a lot, I know a few people who are in office and actually in those places and stuff. It's like these people, they spend the entire year planning for their campaign, right? Most of these people, they have what, like a 2-year term or what have you. I think it's 2-year term, right? Before they have to continue to run again. So they spend a year planning their campaign, trying to get there, right? They get a year to try to do whatever they got to do, but then they got to do their campaign again, and they got to get that money from somewhere. Yeah, they got to get that bread from somewhere. So while they're in for that 1 year when they're not campaigning, how they gonna get the money? By passing this stuff that these other people are telling them. So they ear tag it to the bills that we actually need to change our state or our country, and that's the problem. We need to make it so that you can't ear tag bills to bills, and they're gonna have to find another way to get their money.
I mean,
but they're not gonna do that because they're not gonna vote that out because they're the people who voted. They need their bread.
Yeah.
There's a conundrum.
This process sounds like in order for motherfuckers to be able to like get their agenda funded and get shit done in that regard. But as far as like progression and doing shit that's like help for the community and like for like years to come, it seems like they have an opportunity to do the real work. It's more so of like, I get in, okay, cool, and I know I have this directive, this directive, this directive, this directive, and time for me to go ahead and make sure I get reelected so I can get back to office and take more directives.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
That are doing amazing things for the country.
You know what? I think that most politics are like this. The question that I ask is, regardless if it's Republican or Democrat, we just need to vote in people that aren't concerned about getting voted back in, right? Because you got to think these people are trying to make careers while they're helping, right? They go in to help, but now they got a job and they got to be able to pay their bills. So you got to have somebody who's at least well off enough where they're like, hey, I don't care if I get voted back in. I need to do the right thing.
It's never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will.
It's never going to happen. The payola is too good.
Right.
The payola is too good. Like, dog, if I'm Chevrolet and I've been having these down years, and I know you can get this bill passed that's finna get me this tax break and get me $100 million funded to me. You know what I mean, on the back end.
Yeah.
I'm in your ear. What I need to give you. Mm-hmm. You don't think everybody else is like that? Come on now.
That's a fact.
Yep. Man.
Like, you gonna be morally strong to turn down everybody?
That's the question.
And then think about this. Oh, and now I gotta worry about I'm not finna have a job next year.
Yeah, and that's really the problem that a lot of these politicians run into.
Yeah, so it's like either I suck it up, take this money, and be buddy with all these motherfuckers, even though it's morally incorrect. I'm getting this cheese.
I mean, if they made it a 4-term
position,
if they made it a 4-year term for state representatives, we see more change within 3 of those 4 years.
Yes.
If they made the term.
But are states ready to change over that radically every 4 years? Because if you can change a lot in 4 years.
Yes.
And what if you change it the wrong way? Then the next administration that comes in has to fix it.
That's what happens with the country.
I mean,
It,
but
but
you see how it affects the big it on the country. So maybe states are like, we don't even want to go through that bullshit.
they probably don't. But
We'll see it at micro level first. You know what I mean?
they probably don't. But really, what we see is a stagnation. That's the problem. You see a stagnation in any state government, and really things don't change. That's really what typically happens. You know, that's what typically happens. So, y'all getting the vaccine? Y'all got the vaccine?
Nah, not yet.
No.
Nah, I don't think we do either. I think we good. Nah, I'm good.
Yet.
I'm good forever, man.
I've been contemplating.
You know, here's what I have to say is about the vaccine is there are people who I see who I know closely, and they're like online saying they got the vaccine, they got, you know, their first shot and second shot, but nobody in my immediate, you know, echo chamber, in my immediate circle has gotten the vaccine. And even she got the vaccine?
My mom got her first shot. She get her second shot on April 1st.
Okay, and how is she doing? Does she have any side effects?
She's fine.
She's fine? Okay.
She's fine. I know somebody else. I know somebody else out here that just got it on Friday.
Oh, word. Okay.
I've been contemplating on getting it, depending on what the real restrictions are of not having it are.
Right.
Can I not travel? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Is there certain you're not gonna be able to get into?
If as soon as they start hitting me with the you got to go to the non-vaccine section, or you like you're not good over here. I'm not nah. You not.
It's finna start feeling like the color section, huh? It's finna start feeling like the colored water fountain.
Yeah, you're not finna do me off like that. Like, so, like, I don't know. My mom got it, and that's the only reason why I'm damn near like, damn, mom, why you get it? Because now I feel like I kind of feel like I should get it now because my mom went and got it, and I'm like,
you feel me? I'm like, I'm damn near
feeling like, damn, mom. Anything happen to you, mom? It's gonna happen to me. Fuck it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I'm not in no rush right now.
Right.
Maybe in like I'm finna reapply for it. I gotta get a new passport, so I'm finna reapply for it. And if they say anything about like needing a vaccine, or if it's just I gotta get a COVID test, like
a COVID test. See, I would do a COVID test before everything.
That's cool. I mean, but I am kind of sick of them goddamn COVID tests though, because I done had a few of them hoes. And them
bruh, I'm sick of that shit. That fucking shit in my nose, bruh. Yeah. Like I'm sneezing crazy for the next 10 minutes. Nah.
Yeah, it triggers my allergies all the time.
Oh man, as well. I will never get the vaccine. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. That's a hard no for me.
And I feel like that too. And that's what's so conflicting. But it's like, damn.
You know what? In 20 years, I would get the COVID vaccine.
In 20 years?
Because then I'll know what the long-term effects are. But that's the thing. Maybe
you wouldn't. If they said
so why
of the population gets vaccinated, then everybody should be safe.
You said what's up?
They're trying to kill niggas.
Once 85% of the country gets vaccinated, it should be good because that 15% won't compared to the numbers, it wouldn't spread anything.
I think that's what they say. So then I won't need to get the vaccine, and I'm straight. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, for me,
all gonna fall under that 15%. Everybody can't make it.
Everybody can make it, but I'm finna make it, bro.
We're at 14% of the country now.
Oh, we're only at 14%?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, man. So a whole lot more people got to get that vaccine. I'm going to have to lay low.
By the way,
dog, since they be to the plane nowhere.
It does look like with we're at 14.84%. But right now, we're at 48.7 million fully vaccinated. 1,000 whatever people in 100 days. He is going to hit that number.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna hit the vaccine thing.
You're not going to take it back.
You said what? What'd you say? What'd you say?
I can hear you. What'd you say? But Ray, can you hear him?
Can y'all? There's a delay here.
There's a little delay.
There is? Okay. I figured there was a little delay. Because I was like, nigga, can they hear me, nigga? Okay. I stopped talking for a second because I'm like, I don't know if they can hear me like when I'm trying to talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But nah, it doesn't.
Hey, Graham, I gotta ask you a
he is
question.
gonna hit that goal. What's up?
I asked you a question. Since you're the person on this call on the Democrat side.
I'm on the Democrat side.
You're on the Democrat.
You're more on the Democrat side than Republican Ray, but Republican tracks. I'll tell you that. Okay, here's my question. Joe Biden are the vaccines? Is the rate of vaccination there because of him, or did he get lucky with his timing?
So true.
That's the question.
Hey, I say this: summer about to be open, and people trying to go out.
Do anything? I thought we were trying.
That's why.
To save people's lives.
It don't matter who is in office. This summer look like it's finna be open. Because it's like, hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
YOLO.
But
we just had to sit down for a whole year.
He made a goal, and that goal is going to be reached.
Yeah.
What does it matter if he got lucky with his timing?
I want to say, I'm going to tell you why I think he got lucky with his timing. Because I think he got lucky with his timing because he has a Democratic legislative branch. He has majority power. If Trump would have won, he would have had majority power. Now, whoever pushed the button, I think the button would have been pushed, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would have looked good for whoever.
I think Joe got lucky, and I personally.
It would have looked good for whoever was in office.
But kudos to him. I mean, he got his ring. You feel me? I'm not mad at that.
I need to look more into this next $300 billion he just, or trillion, or however much he just.
The next $3 trillion.
Yeah, the next $3 trillion that he said he was gonna sign.
Hard work and a little bit of luck.
What?
You mean, what's wrong with that?
What is it? What is it for? I don't even know what the next.
I'm for sure delayed.
You said
I said.
You know about it? You know about it?
That shit hella long ago.
You said the $3 trillion.
Yeah, $3 trillion.
I don't know what's in it. I know that they he said it was like an infrastructure plan or something like that. He's trying to like build an infrastructure. That's like his main thing he's trying to do, I guess. But I'm not sure where the money is going.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with like more stimulus and more.
Nah, he's focusing on something else now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this plan is what he would call a recovery plan. So I think it's just I think it's progressive taxes. Actually, I think it's heavy progressive taxes which he's doing. So he's increasing taxes on like people of a certain higher income bracket, and he's increasing taxes on companies.
Okay.
I don't. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
it's just
like this Hey, you know what?
I know, bro. I know.
Only thing though, I feel bad for it. I kind of feel bad for it in a sense, big corporations, because big corporations go through roller coasters. Depending on like the presidency, they could have like a good ride, and then like low taxes or something. Then they might get taxed heavy and penalties, and then like after 4 or 8 years, it'd be like flip flop back again.
What is
this nigga
Graham?
just
What you
said?
think about
I feel bad. This nigga just, I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas is talking about, but all I heard was this nigga say, "I feel bad for motherfuckers that could damn near probably take the hit anyway."
No, yeah, 'cause I mean, like,
What?
because eventually I want to be in that position. So, like,
Yeah, so worry about it
I'm
then.
thinking
You
about
feel
it.
me? And pay your taxes the way you're supposed to pay your taxes. Don't cut
Hey, check
corners
it
the way
out.
these
Check it
niggas is
out.
doing. Be an
Check it out.
honorable nigga.
Check it
You
out.
feel me? Like
Check it
what?
out.
What
Check
are
it
we
out.
talking about? The
Check it
world
out.
don't work like that. I know.
Check it out, Graham. I just got audited by the motherfucking IRS, nigga, and got my whole taxes and everything just snatched off. Nigga, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga, and I want to be in
That happened to me last year. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, nigga. So check it out. What I want to do and what I got's going on is what I got going on. You don't shit on whatever.
I really need to know something. I need to ask Graham this because I want to know, I want to get outside of my mindset on things and understand the mindset on this because I truly don't understand the idea of progressive taxes, right? Taxing the wealthier more than taxing the less wealthy. I'm going to say why, and then I want to know what your thoughts are on this, Graham. So my reasons on this is, number one, when you tax the wealthy, a lot of wealthy people have a way to hide their money, have many ways to hide their money. So number one, they can run from it. So it actually doesn't really work, in my opinion, from seeing it. Number two, if you tax companies heavier, right, which Biden's infrastructure plan is doing, because we have a free market economy and they have the choice to do whatever they want, most of the time, they just make it harder for the people on the bottom. Mm-hmm. So to me, progressive taxes would work if you could control people and control companies more. But because we can't control people and we can't control companies more, these people who might not be the best. I love that. I love the title on the bottom. I love the title on the bottom. But listen, these people who have the freedom to do whatever they want in the free market economy are doing things that might not be honorable, but at the end of the day, it doesn't work, in my opinion. Graham, what do you think? Can you explain this to me, please, so I understand?
I cannot explain that to you.
You can't explain it? I need to
No, nigga, I'm not in office, nigga. Like, you niggas be gaming me up. I just give my opinions on the detail that y'all niggas go into, and I'll be like, yep, that's dumb.
I want to understand, because that's like the democratic economic.
Right, that's like their go-to, right? That's like the top 5 of their moves. Like when a black quarterback wants to leave an NFL team, oh, he's a rapist. Oh, he messed with this girl. Oh, he's dishonorable. When the Democrats want to try to get some shit off, they like, let's tax the rich. It's the same playbook.
Oh man, but
it's the same playbook. No, honestly, I would love to have a deeper conversation, but I got a jet. I got to do something.
Well, whatever you got done, man, I want to try to understand that because that's something I just like to understand both sides of it.
I do think it's stupid. I don't think that. I think that's just one of those game plan things that they go to. Like, this gets our market, our demographic riled up, and you feel me? So I think that's really just a part of it. I don't really think that it really actually does too much, or it's really worth it to be at the end of the day. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all in a minute.
I'll give
you feel me? Much love, you feel me? And I'll holler at y'all. Yes, indeed.
All right.